Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Make sure that you like, comment and subscribe if you like study content, art content, anything I like that. So make sure you subscribe and like and comment for more videos. So right now, if you've read the beginning of this title, you know I'm painting a scene from Howl's Moving Castle. It's one of my favorite Ghibli films and I just really love the storyline. Howl is also very good looking and it's just really good movie. So if you haven't watched it yet, definitely watch it. So first of all, I went in with the background and I painted it a nice blue. And then I'm going to go in with the water part of the painting and just painting that as well blue. The hardest part of this kind of painting was kind of making all the shades of blue different and just making sure there's variability between all the colors. So I'm just going in with my paintbrush and doing that, and now I'm just going to add all the green parts to the painting. So that's where the grass kind of is and where there's little islands in the water, just kind of making that accent with the painting, so you know that at the beginning of the painting at the front it's kind of close and then there's a arching of water and then we see the background. So just making a differentiation between these. Now I'm going on with the front of the painting. I'm just going in with the cobblestones and just blending out any colors and mixes of blue, kind of a green mix of a blue, kind of a very light color for the cobblestones, and just making sure that all the colors are very clear and there's a difference between all of them as well. So right now I'm just going in with another kind of blue. As I said before, this is a very blue painting and just making sure that all the different types of colors of blue kind of stand out. So I'm just going in with another blue to basically paint the dress of the main character and just making sure that everything looks quite put together, I guess I would say. But I'm just going in with the same-ish brush. I kind of use the same brush for the entire painting. For this time round, usually I use like a bigger brush for bigger areas, but this is a very fiddly painting, so I kind of use a small brush for the majority of the painting. So going in onto the dog of our much loved dog in our series of Ghibli films. So we've got Hin, which we really love. It's just like a lovely dog, and if I can remember, it's literally just like a really cute dog. So just going in with some accents to him and just adding in the brown and the white fur and just making sure that it looks more realistic and it's standing out. Now going into the background of the painting, I'm just going to be adding those flares of color with the watercolor at first. I will admit that after I fill this in, you can't actually see that there's flares of color in the background. You can kind of see it, but it's not as clear. So you'll see later on in the painting that I actually amend this and making sure that it looks more differentiated basically. So you will see this at the end of the video if you continue to watch. So please continue to watch the end of the video to see the finished painting. Thank you so much. ALLTHINGSJNELLY style, we're getting out the Prismacolor pencils, and remember these will be linked down below in the description, all materials I've used down below. And also I really do like to go in with my colouring pencils to give a more full look to the painting and just give it more color, and I just find that it just makes my paintings look finished and complete. And I'm just going in with all the different types of blues. As you can see, I've taken out nearly all the blues in the Prismacolor pack that I have, and just going in throughout the painting with all of these different colors and just making sure that it's very, very detailed. As you can see, it looks a bit blotchy now, but it does get much better as we add in a lot of different materials. So I like to paint with my watercolor painting set, my Winston Newton coloring painting set, and I do like to go in with my Prismacolor coloring pencils and then go in with my Ohu markers at the end to add some accents, and any gel pen, any metallic gel pen as well, and white gel pen. So moving on to the water part of the painting, I'm just mixing up the blues, as you will see later on, that I'm just mixing them all up to create a really nice water kind of film and just bring out the different blues that I've tried to push with my watercolor paints. So yeah. Now moving on to the actual tiles, like the cobblestone brick kind of flooring that they're standing on. I'm just gonna go in with some coloring pencils as well there, just to give it more color. I felt like it looked a bit bland, a bit light, so I just going in with some kind of greenish bluish colors. I think there's a lot of greenish bluish colors in this painting. I'm surprised they didn't all clash together, but there's just a lot of different blues and greens. And as you can see, I'm going in with my Prismacolor blender colorist pencil. You can get this as a pack on Amazon to help you blend all your colors together when you do use coloring pencils, because if you don't use like a solution to blend them all together, you can use that colorless blender and it does blend everything together. So that's what I use throughout my paintings, and using it for coloring pencils so it doesn't have that kind of grainy look. I do use that colorless blender. So I'm just basically going with the shadows and also adding some more accents to the painting as I go, and just making sure using the black pencil to kind of make the different stones appear more separated and make them not look as basically symmetrical as how they are in the actual reference. So now I'm just going to go in with my Ohu markers, and I'm just going to go in with the actual background part of it, the sky. This will give it more color and just make sure that the actual lights in the sky stand out and make it look way better than it does right now. And just going in with my light blue, dark blue and medium blue Ohu markers. So I'll also link this down below, all the Ohu markers I got from Amazon, and I really do like them. I wouldn't say there's a lot of colors in the pack. There's not a lot of different colors, but they are good enough to work with if you're not very good at using markers and that kind of thing. So now moving on to adding some gel pen to the highlights in the sky. So if you have watched Howl's Moving Castle before, you know exactly what this scene is all about, and it's a really lovely scene, and that's why I wanted to paint it. So I'm just going in with some white gel pen to add the stars in the sky, and some blue and purple and pink gel pen to actually do the flares in the sky. And I feel like it adds a really good ending touch to the actual painting, and adds a really good accent to everything that's actually going on in the movie. And I really like how I drew some stars with the white gel pen to kind of show it's like shooting stars, rays of light, and it just brings out the painting and basically helps the painting just come all together. To finish off the entire painting, I'm gonna go in with a Santander, I believe. Oh my god, I don't know the name of these things. I just buy them and use them. I just use anything that I find really and truly to do my artwork. So that's why I do say that you don't need all the expensive gear to do artwork or do any type of like drawing hobby, because you can really use anything to do anything you want to do. So this is a little tiny like fine liner black pen that I'm using, because I find the gel pens kind of smudge sometimes. So this one doesn't really smudge that much, so that's why I like to use them. And I like to rest my hand on the page a lot, so you know, to avoid those kind of mistakes, I just use this fine liner and I just go in all over the actual characters so that they stand out. So you've made it to the end of the video, so I would like to thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you stay safe in this really troubling time and that you have a wonderful 2021. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you follow all my social media down below.